Hello and welcome to Gardening with Ben's award-winning podcast, as voted by Grow Your Own magazine and by my followers and listeners. So if you're new to the podcast, make sure you click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our podcasts, listen back to all our previous episodes, sit back, grab a brew and let's enjoy today's episode. Hello everyone and welcome back to Gardening with Ben. Well, I'm sorry for the late episode today, but I've been absolutely wiped out. I don't know whether it's through doing too much on the allotment or going out drinking too much. But yeah, I've been asleep all afternoon. I've just been absolutely wiped, and I just think I just needed a good catch up really, so hence why the episode is coming to you late. But we have been on the allotment today, which is good, and it's been absolutely fantastic, the weather today here in Sheffield. I don't know what it's been like where you are, but it's been like spring. Spring has certainly been in the air today in Sheffield, and the sunshine has been unbelievable. And somehow I wish that I'd sowed a lot of my seeds, because today's sunshine would have helped get them germinated and get them growing. But oh well, we will be starting them pretty soon, all my seeds. I just need to think about what I need to be sowing this month and see what we will be starting to grow. I'll definitely be starting all my flower seeds off within the next couple of weeks. That is the high priority thing on my list, as the flowers do need a long time to get them to germinate and to get them growing. So what have we been up to today on the allotment? I was down there for hours today, but it just doesn't seem like I've actually done much myself. Sometimes you have days like that. You can spend a lot of time down there, but you can just come away thinking, I've not actually done much at all on my plot. But we're moving along, and today's job I have been, first off, I planted a grapevine. Yes, my grapevine's finally come. I've been talking about wanting one for a while, and I've managed to order one, and I purchased it. It was a Suffolk Red, and it's a seedless variety as well, which is good because you don't want seeds in grapes. I certainly don't like seeds in grapes. So yeah, hopefully we get some fantastic grapes from that, and I can't wait to taste them. I even threw it open to my followers today because I've not grown grapes before. It's something new to me. And yes, I don't know everything in gardening, and I always hold my hands up saying I don't know everything in gardening. So I threw it out to my followers to ask them if they've grown them before and if they've got any tips and advice for me, because it's good getting tips and advice off other people. That's how you learn in gardening. So I've definitely been learning about grapes today, and it's good to hear what people have been telling me. They've been saying to plant the root outside and to let the vines grow inside the greenhouse and the polytunnel, because you get a better crop, and planting the root outside will obviously keep it wet rather than it drying out as fast, and also it stops the mildew happening. So yeah, I've been learning quite a bit on grapes from people today. So if you're one of those that have commented on my Facebook post or my Instagram post, thank you. And I've definitely taken them tips and advice on board, because I were thinking about growing it outside, because it is a UK variety. But from all the comments what I've been receiving, everybody's been saying to grow it, put the root outside and grow it inside. So it looks like that is what I am going to be doing down on the allotment. I'm going to be growing it inside my shed come greenhouse. So I'm looking forward to getting that up and running, and hopefully I'll keep sharing pictures of it with you and updates on how it's doing. And yeah, if you're fancying growing a grapevine, I got the Suffolk Red off Amazon. There were quite a lot of negative reviews saying that it just looked dead when they got it, and that it's just not doing anything. But the one that I've got, it has got a few small little buds on it. It also does look twiggy, but a lot of people have been saying it's because they're dormant at this time of year, and it will spring back into life in the coming weeks. So fingers crossed it does, or I'll be asking for a refund. But yeah, I'm definitely hoping that it does start growing. Like I said, it does look healthy to me, and hopefully we do get some fantastic grapes on it. And it's all part of my addition to my plot in growing more and more fruit on the plot. I've still not got any currant bushes yet. That's further down on the list, because they're obviously awkward to pick them all off all the time and stuff like that. But they're definitely on my list of things to get, but they're not high priority. They might be a next year purchase. This year I've obviously bought my Victoria plum trees, I've purchased my thornless blackberries, I've purchased some blueberries, I've purchased some red gooseberries, and I've purchased my grapevine. So we've bought a lot of fruit plants this year, and obviously I won't be getting fruit on them all this year. They'll take quite a few years to get going and get growing, but it's all additions to my plot, and the more things that I can get growing, the better really. And obviously they'll come back year after year and keep producing year after year, and we'll keep getting them produce off on the plants. So the next job for the day was to start doing a new flower bed. As you know, flowers are a big priority on my list this year. I'm trying to learn so much about flowers this year, it's unbelievable. Obviously I've been telling you, I've been planting gladioli bulbs, I've been planting summer bulbs, I've been planting sweet peas, I've been planting lilies, and yeah, absolutely loads of summer flowers this year I've been planting. And I've obviously got about 30 packets of flower seeds to plant, which I've got to do in the coming weeks. So the more flower beds that I've got going for me, the more areas I can grow the flowers in and have some great success in. And obviously I'll be growing my sunflowers again this year. I've got my seeds through for them. I've got 1,800 seeds. Can you imagine it if I had a plot full of 1,800 sunflowers? That'd look absolutely fantastic. I would just love a row of sunflowers all the way down the side of my plot. That would look absolutely stunning, and the bees would absolutely love them on my plot. So you never know, I may, if they all grow, I may try that. If they all take, and if the slugs don't eat them, we could be getting a massive row of sunflowers, and yeah, that would be amazing to see on the plot. So we'll see how we get on this year with the flowers. Last year, obviously, like I say, were a bad year all round, vegetable wise, not flower wise to be honest. I did do good success with flowers. I grew calendula, which I grow every year. That is one of the easiest to grow flowers, and you can get some great blooms on them, and they just look fantastic, and they're self-seeding as well, so they'll just shoot out the seeds everywhere, and you'll find them years to come. Some people say they're like weeds because you can't get rid of them once you've got them, but I don't care. If they want to flower wherever they flower, fine by me. It adds some colour to my plot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this year's colour on my plot, and I've just been buying so many plants for the plot. I went to B&Q today, and I was looking at the flowers there because they're starting to get all the plants in now at B&Q, and I wanted, I think I saw like 4 lavender plants for £12, something like that, and I've had a couple of lavenders in the past, and I just want to get some more lavender plants really. Because again, lavender is fantastic, it smells fantastic, it looks fantastic, and the bees love it as well. So I'm going to be getting some more lavender plants, I think, maybe next month when I get paid, unless you all keep streaming these episodes and I can buy them soon. But no, everything I get from these episodes goes back into the allotment, so thank you for those who do listen and do stream my podcasts. Because obviously I'm buying all these things and I blog on it, so I share everything about it, so it's good. It's a way of learning with everybody, and I wouldn't have bought that grapevine if I'd not got the money from these podcasts, so thank you. And yeah, I do love sharing stuff with you. So we'll be back down at the allotment tomorrow for the morning. I'm back on night shifts tomorrow night, so I won't be going too heavy with the stuff on the plot, but I do want to finish off this new flower bed area. I've also given my cooking apple tree a good pruning. It was getting a bit too tall, so I've brought it down a bit in height. I will have to let it grow big eventually, because it is just getting too big, so I will have to let it just grow big and tall, but oh well. It's possibly not in the place that I wish I'd planted it 16 years ago, but you live by these mistakes, don't you? And I'm definitely not cutting it down because it is a fantastic cooking apple tree, and I do get some fantastic fruit on it. So tomorrow I'll hopefully be finishing off this flower bed, and hopefully I may even take my broad beans down to plant tomorrow. I've got some broad beans what I should have planted a bit back, so I might get those in the ground. And also the rest of my sweet peas, I need to get them started and get them growing now, because we'll be getting those out in the ground when it gets warmer and once the frost has passed. So we need to get them growing pretty fast, ready to go out in the gardens. If you've not tried growing sweet peas before, please do have a try. The seed packets aren't expensive from places like Wilkinson's for sweet peas. Go and get some, and all you need is a Tupperware box. Put some kitchen roll in the bottom, spray it with some water lightly, and place all the sweet peas on top of it, and close the Tupperware box, and they'll all start to germinate. Once they started to germinate, you know you've got a successful seed, because sometimes they don't always successfully grow in soil. I always start mine off on kitchen roll, and I get like literally 100% germination rate. It's fantastic. And once they've all started germinating, then you can pot them up into soil and let them continue to grow. And then when it gets to warmer weather, possibly May time, plant them all out in your garden and get them growing, and you can get some fantastic blooms from them. So if you've never grown sweet peas before, do give it a try. Let me know. Send me a message, and yeah, I hope that we have a successful year this year, and I'm looking forward to sharing everything with you all over my social media accounts. If you're not following me on Instagram, I'm nearly at 10,000 followers, so please do give me a follow on Instagram. That would make my day, so when I get to 10,000 followers, because it's been a hard push. It's a lot harder getting followers these days on social media. So if you're not following me on Instagram, go and give me a follow, and I thank you now for it. You will get an automated message saying to listen to my podcasts, but them automated messages do seem to be working because more and more people are listening. So thank you if you are new to these podcasts. It's always great to get new followers, and if you've not clicked that subscribe button, do click the subscribe button, because you get notified when new podcasts come up. Usually when I'm on the allotments, I'll be talking about stuff what I've been doing on the allotments, but when I'm working, I talk about different topics and we learn together. So thanks for listening to today's podcast, everybody. I hope that you have had a fantastic weekend and made the most of this beautiful weather. Until next time, keep smiling, keep gardening, and keep listening to Gardening with Ben's podcasts. So thank you for listening to today's episode of Gardening with Ben. We hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Remember to do click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our podcasts. Feel free to share them on your Instagram stories so that it spreads the word about my podcast and we get lots more listeners. Feel free to check out my social media sites, Facebook and Instagram as well, Gardening with Ben, and also my YouTube channel, to stay up to date with all my handy videos, how-to videos, and sharing my tips and advice. And feel free to check the link as well in the description for my Gardening with Ben t-shirts. Lots of funny gardening design t-shirts in there for you to purchase at great prices too. So thanks again, and as always, remember, keep smiling and keep gardening.